Hello, I'm Tim Metford, and in this webinar I'll show you how to avoid the 10 most common lifestyle causes of back pain. Lifestyle causes are different to disease such as arthritis or stenosis, which lie beyond the scope of this webinar. More importantly, most back pain comes from what we do or don't, and this is something we can change, not only reducing back pain now but also avoiding it later in life. The solutions that help you avoid these common causes may seem really obvious, but the fact is many of us don't follow the advice. If we did, we'd be enjoying a healthy back instead of getting pain. And back pain affects 8 out of 10 people, and it's due mostly to poor lifestyle habits. Let's take lifting. Most folk know that we need to squat down with a straight back, head up and push up with our legs when lifting heavy objects. It's easy to forget though unless we make a habit of it. Another problem arises if we twist to one side to put the object down, especially so if we bend forward as well. This may lead to damage to your spine if repeated too often and with heavy objects. A better way is to turn using your legs, which are designed to swivel you round. Your hips can then turn with your torso without causing any twist in your spine. It's easy enough to do, and with a bit of practice you'll remember to use this and so help prevent damage to your back. What we eat has a big effect on our health, and the wrong food will make problems like back pain worse. The key thing is that many people today eat too much carbohydrate, those starchy and sugary foods. Sugar is addictive and so readily available wherever we are that it can take willpower at first to make better food choices. If we take a look at the foods we ate during the 7 or so million years of our evolution, there was virtually no sugar and only small amounts of starchy foods. This Paleolithic diet, as it's known, is what we're designed to eat. But when agriculture began about 10,000 years ago, grains, which are mostly starch, and dairy foods were introduced. Over time, sugar began to enter our food chain in ever larger amounts, especially during the past century. Although we must have some carbohydrate in our diet, the effects of such excess are becoming all too obvious. It's as if we're giving ourselves the wrong fuel. Imagine a car designed to run on diesel, but when the owner arrives at the station to fill it up, let's say he decides that just because petrol is cheaper, he'd rather buy that instead of the diesel. We wouldn't knowingly put petrol into a diesel car, but we're doing that sort of thing to our bodies by eating too much carbohydrate. It's the wrong mix of fuel. Our diet must contain all the main food groups. Fats, which are anti-inflammatory, vital for healthy joints, good brain function and heart health. Protein for tissue repair and regeneration. Carbohydrates, a valuable source of energy. It's just that we need less of it than is commonly advised. Good quality fish, seed and nut oils are sources of the good fats. Meats, fish and pulses, organic where possible, provide the essential proteins. And wholemeal, unrefined carbohydrates are better for you than refined white flour. So, plenty of fresh fruit and vegetables to provide the essential vitamins, trace minerals and fibre. Fish, meats, nuts and seeds for fats and protein. Poor nutrition can lead to a person becoming overweight. Since most of our fat stores are in the abdomen, the excess weight here will pull your spine out of alignment and cause pain. The abdominal muscles should be supporting the back, somewhat like a corset does, but they're often too weak through lack of exercise and unable to cope with the excess weight. I've given you some general guidelines about diet here. However, Slim for Life offers a comprehensive 10-week program to help you shed the surplus weight and keep it off. Stress happens, and in small doses it's actually good for us, but ideally it shouldn't last. Problems arise when stress has been going on for too long. Stress hormones, like adrenaline, are required by the body as a survival mechanism. For example, when running out of the way of an oncoming bus. Adrenaline gives you that immediate burst of energy when you need it most. Because stress hormones are lifesavers, their production is given overriding priority at the expense of all other hormones. So if stress is prolonged, you are likely to run short of the many hormones that are required for health. And if unchecked, this leads to a condition known as adrenal exhaustion or burnout. Adrenaline causes muscles to tense, ready for action. This tension builds with ongoing stress and leads to pain caused by the muscles that are persistently too tight. Prolonged stress suppresses cortisol, your body's main anti-inflammatory hormone, so inflammation then builds up. Also, stress limits your ability to absorb nutrients from food, so you don't get the nourishment you need to help your body relax and repair itself. Recent studies have shown that sitting down for long periods is a health risk all of its own. Extended periods sat at a desk, for example, are known to lead to back pain, especially if, as often happens, people slouch forward in their effort to concentrate. Many people now spend so long sat at a desk, it's becoming increasingly important for them to do frequent exercises, which counteract the effects of sitting and the back pain that results from it. This office desk arrangement shows good ergonomic design, if you have the equipment, but let's start with simple correction to strengthen your back and reduce pain. It's called the Slouch Overcorrect exercise. Sit in a chair with your back unsupported. Then, slowly, slouch down and forward. Your movement should be slow and purposeful. After you spend 1 or 2 seconds in the slouch position, begin bringing your chest up and move your tummy button forward to sit up as upright and straight as you can. This will involve effort. Arch your spine, push your chest up and pull your shoulders back. Your posture should be so upright that it may feel unnatural, and you may even feel a slight strain on your low back, neck and shoulders. Hold this position for 1 or 2 seconds. Then slowly return to the slouch position and repeat this whole routine 10 times. On the final repetition, hold the extreme upright posture for 1 or 2 seconds. Then slowly release about 10% of the tension. The forward curve in your low back should still be present, but not so accentuated, and your shoulders should feel relaxed but held back rather than slumping forward. This correct posture may feel unnatural at first, but do this several times each day and it will soon become a comfortable habit. Lack of exercise. Our muscles need to be strong enough to hold our bones in place. If they're weak, they'll let your bones slip out more easily. It's generally accepted now that bed rest is no longer recommended for most kinds of back pain. Instead, back strengthening exercises, even when we've got a back problem, will be helpful, provided you start small and build your strength. Daily exercises are important, and here's 2 great ways to begin strengthening your back. The static bend. From a standing position with your feet shoulder width apart, lean forward so that your hands hang just above your knees and bend your knees slightly. Keep your head and spine in a neutral position and bend forward a little further than shown if that's comfortable for you. To begin with, hold this position for up to a minute, or longer perhaps, provided you can maintain the stance. With regular practice, work towards holding this position for at least 3 minutes. When you can do that, move on to the kneeling bend. Kneel on a mat or towel to cushion your knees. In an upright position, breathe in and pull your abdomen in as well. Then slowly bend forward, gradually taking your forward head close to the floor or as far as you can comfortably go. Making sure you're still holding your abdomen in, return to the start position, moving your hips forward as you breathe out. Repeat this whole routine 10 times. Rest for a while and then do another 10. In the emails that follow, you'll receive a comprehensive set of exercises to strengthen and stretch your back. Dehydration. Drink more water. It is estimated that 75% of the population are chronically dehydrated, and dehydration makes back pain worse. With inadequate water, your heart has to work harder, toxins accumulate in your cells, joints stiffen and become painful, body aging accelerates, feelings of hunger increase, and brain function declines. Simply drinking 2 liters or more clean water each day can help reverse these harmful effects, helping you become healthier and reducing back pain. Far from quenching our thirst, many drink products contain substances like caffeine, sugar and sweeteners. These make dehydration worse and add to the complications caused by excess sugar in our diet. Water is your best bet. Stitch in time. It's best to get treatment for your back problems sooner than later. If you're in the Coventry or Nuneaton area, you're welcome to book in to experience the relief from pain that acupuncture can bring. I've refined a system of treatment which I call the ABC method. A for assessment. Where is your pain? What makes it worse or better? Is it constant? Is it worse at particular times of day? B for backbone and muscles. Often there are muscles that are too tight and some that have gone weak. I check for muscle problems and the results inform the next stage, correction. Having identified the underlying cause of your pain, I correct it using acupuncture and massage to relax tight muscles and turn up the weak ones. The ABC method brings relief from pain and improved mobility. Thank you for watching this webinar, and look out for your emails which will contain the exercise program. I look forward to being able to help you attain a healthy, comfortable and strong back.